Well, Washington State whooped the Oregon State Beavers tonight, earning a critical 6th win to clinch bowl eligibility. And we have our sports team with Jack Wallace and Mia Green live in Pullman to break down how the Cougs won this Pac-12 rivalry.
Well, Rob, I got to have a slight correction there. Pac-12, yes, is correct, but it's still the Pac-2, at least for one more night tonight, where Washington State was able to pull off a 32-8 win over the Oregon State Beavers, and a really impressive one from all sides of the field.
Oh, yeah. Dominating on all three phases from start to finish. That's something that you saw really early on. I mean, came out, field goal, touchdown. I mean, they were just rolling on offense, rolling on defense, and turnovers, insane turnovers. Amazing touchdown from Angel Johnson, got into the end zone. That was a really emotional moment for the Cougs, and it's something that they talked about post-game. So, yeah, just dominating on all three phases. Absolutely.
And don't forget about special teams. Tony Freeman set the all-time Washington State single-game punt return yards record, 169, beat it by just 2. Pretty fitting for Pac-2, I guess, fitting with the theme. So it was pretty much fun getting in here. But let's take a look back at this game and sort of how this game went through. I know Mia wrapped us with a little bit of it, but let's take a little more of a look so far with Washington State and Oregon State. So start off in this one, like she said, having those little bit of the stuff at the goal line. 3 points in 2 red zone trips to open the game up, but replying with a touchdown to help blow the game open in the second quarter. The Cougs used and won the turnover battle 3-2, using a strong defensive performance to hold the Beavs to less than 2 yards of carry rushing and 1 red zone trip that came late in the game. WSU well avenged their 10-7 loss to OSU a few weeks ago. Quarterback Zeviakow spoke to the media in a pretty great quote post-game on what this win means to him, especially against a rival in their second meeting.
They had a lot of choice words for us the first time we played them. I mean, it was all talk because, like, you see the scoreboard. I guess that makes us the Pac-2 champs or the Pac-12 champs. I mean, if it's a tiebreaker, it goes to the point differential, right? So I guess that makes us the Pac-12 champions. I think last time one of their players said this isn't a rivalry game. They keep winning. Well, we just won. So I guess this is a rivalry game. So to be able to go out there in a rivalry game, last game of the season, our home stadium, dominate them in all 3 phases, yeah, it was big for us. It was huge.
Now, that's the kind of energy we like to hear from a quarterback. Pretty great. Washington State now waits their bowl game that'll be determined after next week's conference title games. And Mia, we sort of looked a little bit about what these bowl game potentials could be. We saw ESPN, CBS, Athlon, all these places. A lot of it's looking like maybe the Frisco Bowl, perhaps going a little close to home for you, the New Mexico Bowl.
Before we get into the bowl game, something that I wanted to mention was that Tony Freeman actually wore jersey number 39 when he was doing kick returns, punt returns, and that was something that was really interesting. Something that fans might want to keep aware of is that jersey switch. But back into the bowl game. My hometown is in the state of New Mexico, so they're projected. There's a possible chance of them going into the New Mexico Bowl, which would be on December 27th in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at the Lobo Stadium. So that'd be quite the Christmas, right after Christmas. New Mexico has great, if green chili, red chili Christmas. You have to get it Christmas. You have to get it Christmas, folks.
It'd be pretty great. And again, that opponent would likely be against a Mountain West school, which that whole conference title game is a mess right now. We'll see who ends up getting in that conference title game later on. Could potentially impact the